Hi, it's Darrin with Jim Schaefer and Associates. Please take a moment to listen to one of my clients' experience while working with me.
Is Andy. I met Darrin through various searches for houses. Darrin reached out through Zillow actually, and Darrin from second one was he was so personal. His connection. He was so responsive, easy to message back and forth, and really helped find things that fit what we were looking for. Set Darrin apart was from the first second we met and the first second we even messaged him. My girlfriend and I felt that Darrin cared differently than any realtor who had reached out to us. There was a certain level of attentiveness that we weren't seeing from other places. He was very quick to respond. He would text us to see how we were doing, even when we weren't actively looking for a week or two because our schedules. He was always willing to drop whatever he needed to in order to meet us, in order to make time for us. And it was something that, we didn't see from our own families, nonetheless a realtor. So Darrin became a friend and a valued teammate in looking for a house. Darrin helped us navigate what was this seller's market, and he was very attentive to what we wanted and where we wanted it. Darrin didn't try to push us to spend more. Darrin knew what our cost range was going to be, and even if it was something we wanted and it was in our price range, he would help us understand why it may not be exactly what we wanted. Darrin understood everything we were looking for, and he helped us find things about a house that, ultimately we ended up finding the one we love. When we found the house I bought, everyone, my girlfriend, myself, and Darrin, we all said the second we walked in, this house feels different. And with Darrin, we saw dozens of houses, and never did we all have the consensus right away that this one felt different. And that was what was so great about Darrin, is there were times where I had debated putting in an offer, and he would talk to me in detail like a true friend and say, well, what about this? What about this? Not trying to, upsell me on a more expensive house, but help me understand the needs that I had already consulted with him and not make a rash decision. It wasn't originally. It was. I had originally looked in Oak Park, and then realized, I wasn't looking to spend that much to live there. I've been in Madison. I've lived in Michigan for 6 years now, and Madison Heights is where I lived. My first place was a mile that way. My second place is a mile that way. So I kind of found that middle ground.
Yeah.
And it was one where, Darrin and I discussed it one day, and we're like, well, what about Madison Heights? And the area I found is a nice little tucked away area, off John Arb, down around 13 Mile, and it's hidden, and it's the perfect neighborhood. Everything's been great so far. One thing I would note about when preparing to work with Darrin or working with Darrin is, he told me from day one, he will not work with every client, whether that's, personal reasons, or he doesn't have the right vision with them, or he doesn't. Now, that's not a damnation on Darrin, his work ethic, or who he is. It just shows the level that he will go to in order to make sure he's working with clients that he knows what they want, he can help them achieve what they want, and that he is willing to, make cut corners or do what he needs to in order to help them find what they want. So that's the best thing I can almost say about Darrin, is that, I was fortunate enough to be one where he was willing to work with me, but the big part of it is all that Darrin is willing to do what he needs to in order to help a customer.
Experiences like the one you just heard are what I strive to do for each and every one of my clients. I'm Darrin Roberts with Jim Schaefer and Associates, and I look forward to working with you.